Hello and welcome to Microsoft Hates Greg. My name is Greg Deckler, and you may be thinking like, whoa, Greg, where's your background, man? Well, the problem is that background kind of screws things up when I want to show you guys something. And what I want to show you is, ta-da, my eighth book about Power BI, DAX for Humans. It exists in the flesh, right? Super cool. Been working on this for 10 months on my Patreon, which my patrons are the greatest, man. They've helped out so much. And you'll see in here I'll have like patron recommendations and stuff scattered throughout the book, and feedback that I received while I was writing it. So my patrons are the best. Really appreciate everyone that participated on that. And then yeah, it exists and it's super cool. It's got like, so even the code like is all formatted correctly, just like you see it in your editor. So it's full color throughout the book, right? It's even got these really cool, interior pages that are basically my son edited. They were public domain, amazing stories covers that he kind of cleaned up and edited stuff. If you're thinking, Greg, this does not look like your normal book, your normal tech book, and that's because it's intentional. It's not supposed to look like a normal tech book. Normal tech books are kind of boring generally. And I know what you're asking. You're going to ask next. You're going to be like, Greg, is this the greatest DAX book of all time? And the answer is hell yes. This is the greatest DAX book ever written. So, right? I've been working on this for 10 months. What do you think I'm going to say? Right? And no, but it is because it's the only DAX book that teaches DAX correctly. Okay? That's why it's the greatest DAX book of all time, is that within the first chapter, even if you have never even heard of Power BI before, if you read the first chapter of this book, you'll already have Power BI installed, you'll have a tour of it, and know enough DAX to basically solve any problem in the first chapter. That's the first chapter. And there's 16 chapters in this book, 570 pages. It's the greatest DAX book ever. So, shameless self-promotion. But I'm really happy to have this book in my hands. It's been a long journey. It's super cool to have this. It was I don't know. I can't say enough again about all the help that my patrons have given me on the Patreon site. But project is complete, and the book goes on sale. Well, let's see here. Let me share out my screen real quick. Share out the screen. Hopefully you guys can see that. But the paperback is available July 11th. And the hardcover, it's got a hardcover. The hardcover is cool because the hardcover is even bigger. It's like 11 by 8.8 and a quarter. It's super cool. I think the interior artwork is going to really be cool at that size. So, but yeah, but the if you want the Kindle ebook, it's available already. You can order it right now. So 25 bucks, 55 bucks, 90 bucks for the hardcover. I don't think it's too bad. I tried to keep the prices, as low as possible. And still, I'm about 600 700 bucks in the hole on this project. And that's after, my Patreon and stuff paid for basically all the cover art and all of that sort of stuff. The interior artwork, my son did. I had to pay him for it, right? So that's why I'm in the hole. But the cool thing about this is that, if you want to publish a book on Amazon, KDP, you don't have to spend a dime to do it. It's a ton more work working without a publisher than otherwise, right? And the publisher will actually front you money, right, for writing the book. So at least you're going to make something, right? And you're not going to go in the hole. So, this was a total experiment. I love my publisher pact. And I probably never want to write a book by myself without having a publisher to do all the typesetting and checking through and making sure there's no typos and all the other stuff. It's amazing to me. Even this proof copy has errors in it that I corrected. And that's after pouring hours and hours over this thing. I probably put 2 to 3 times more effort into writing this book easy than in writing a book for PAX. So I love my publisher. Really didn't realize how much I love my publisher until I wrote this book. But the cool part about this book is I had total creative freedom to do whatever I wanted. So I don't think I would, there's cursing in this book, right? I don't think Pac would have ever allowed it. So yeah, super cool. If you like it, pick up a copy. I'd appreciate it. And drop me a review, man, or post a picture with you. Love to see them. So that's all I had for this video. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time.